We are here at Atlassian Summit in beautiful Barcelona, Spain. Today we're running our DevOps simulation workshop. And what that is a hands-on collaborative experience for participants to really get their feet wet and their hands dirty as it comes to the culture and process part of a DevOps transformation.
Participants in the workshop are from all over, so you have Scrum Masters, you have developers, you have operations teams, project managers, software directors, all the classic IT functions here. Industry-wise, it's really spread out. It's plenty of folks from software as well as kind of non-software focused industries, so it's kind of the whole gamut.
I have no idea what I'm getting into, but my main purpose for going to this workshop is I'm hoping to meet a lot of people that know things that I want to learn, but also I hope that I will get inspired to find ways to work more tightly together with the development and infrastructure teams.
So some of the struggles that we have are probably the interpretation of what DevOps means. Also, when you're dealing with a large organization, you have pockets of really great experience, and how do you share that across a large distributed organization? I came to this workshop specifically because I'm one of the agile leaders in the organization. I want to identify tools and strategies that I can use with teams to kind of help them on the journey.
I kind of just wanted to learn as much as I could about the processes that people go through, how the teams integrate with each other, and just learn as much as I could.
We wanted to make sure that every different cross-functional area in our company understands the DevOps concept, and then we can just explain top management to make sure that we can implement that in our company, because that's the goal, to make sure that we really work in a fully DevOps environment where all the different skill sets we need for the cross-functional teams are working together as a one single team. This is not happening right now, but we want that to happen.
So we use a experiential learning process within the simulation where we run around to the simulation, let them kind of go for it, see how it goes, tell them how they did, and then we learn from that, and we do that 2 more times. And so each time we learn a little bit more, we improve a little bit more, so it's continuous learning, continuous improvement. So one of the goals for this simulation is to break down silos and really build empathy from one role to another. So we take the people out of their normal roles and we stick them in something that they're not typically doing in their day-to-day job. So you may get a business person and we stick them in a dev role, or we may take a dev and we stick them in an ops role. And so you really get a feel for what those folks go through on a daily basis, which usually turns on some light bulbs for people.
So I think some of the key learning points for me were that you really understand the pressures of the different teams. I think when you first started off, you were doing your piece of work, and then as the time went on and you went through the different phases and learning more about the processes, you really understand what difficulties that other teams were having. When you have those retrospectives, you really start to think about how in the next phases we could do things in a better way, how we can help each other in a more clear and transparent way.
So today's workshop was amazing. We were able to break down walls, really get a sense of what other departments, other project managers, Scrum Masters, the developer himself, what their challenges are, and we were able to see what they do. And I found a better understanding of what they need to be successful.
The simulation has been really helpful, and really want to be able to take it back to my teams, have them run it, have them experience it themselves, and really understand how they can work as a cross-functional team, optimizing the way that they work to get their software out to our customers.
So I found today really useful. When I go back to my office, we will be trying to do more of these types of workshops so that people at that higher level and on the ground can see the real benefits of these types of practices.
I so would like to be able to take this particular workshop and run it with my customers, because I don't think they really comprehend what has to change. It is that fundamental. And it's not a difficult change, it's just that you've got to realise you just can't keep going on with the same culture you have today. You must make change, and the buy-in must come from the top. Going DevOps, it's not a cost, it is an investment, and it's an investment that's going to pay back.
These kind of workshops demonstrate that working in a highly collaborative environment and making sure that things are automated really produces a much more efficient team which can deliver faster and with higher quality.
Almost everybody that leaves this simulation comes up to us and says, I really think everybody in my organization needs to go through this because this exposure needs to happen at all levels and it's not happening. So a lot of companies going through DevOps transformations can use a little bit of help setting this foundation, and I think the simulation is a great way to do that. DevOps can't be successful without putting that focus back on people, on culture, on trust. This DevOps simulation does that in spades.